The bass line hit me like a fist the instant I pushed through the club's side door. But it was the sight of her. My wife, Elena, the woman who'd promised forever in front of 200 people 6 months ago. That stopped my heart mid-beat. She was on the dance floor, hips rolling slow and deliberate against a man whose hands I recognized before I saw his face. Marco, the ex she swore was ancient history. Elena's head tilted back. Eyes half-lidded. Lips parted in a laugh I'd once believed was mine alone. And then, as if she felt the weight of my stare, she looked straight across the strobing lights, found me and smirked. I couldn't move. My beer slipped from my fingers and shattered on the sticky floor. Amber liquid pooling like blood. The noise around me blurred into a dull roar. 6 years of memories detonated in my skull. The night she cried in my arms after Marco ghosted her. The way she'd whispered, "You're my safe place," when I proposed. The quiet mornings where she traced the scar on my shoulder and said no one else would ever know her like I did. All of it felt like a lie now, carved open by that single cruel curve of her mouth. I forced my legs forward, weaving through bodies that smelled of sweat and perfume. Elena's smirk faltered when I got close enough to see the flush on her throat, the way Marco's thumbs pressed possessively into her waist. She stepped away from him too late and reached for me. "Javier, baby, it's not. Don't." My voice cracked like the bottle at my feet. "Don't you dare." Marco lifted both hands, all mock innocence. "Hey man, we were just dancing. Old friends. Old friends." The words tasted like rust. I looked at Elena, searching for the woman who'd sobbed through our wedding vows because she was scared of hurting me the way he once had. Her eyes were glassy, pupils blown wide from whatever she'd drunk, but the smirk was gone. In its place was something worse, pity. I turned and shoved back through the crowd, the music chasing me like laughter. Outside, the November air slapped my face, sharp enough to sting. My phone buzzed, her name lighting the screen. I let it ring until voicemail swallowed it, then blocked the number with shaking thumbs. The city lights blurred. I didn't realize I was crying until the salt hit my lips. Home was a 20-minute drive I barely remember. Our apartment still smelled like the vanilla candle she loved, the one flickering on the kitchen counter beside the framed photo from our honeymoon. Her laughing as I smeared wedding cake on her nose. I stood in the doorway, chest heaving, and felt the walls close in. Every corner held a ghost. The couch where we'd planned our future. The bed where she'd curled into me after nightmares about losing me. I grabbed a duffel from the closet and started packing. Socks, t-shirts, the cologne she said made her knees weak. Anything to erase the scent of her on my skin. My phone, now unblocked in a moment of weakness, lit up again. This time it was a text, not a call. "Elena. I'm outside. Please let me explain." I stared at the screen until the words burned. Explain what? That the vows meant nothing when the bass dropped? That grinding on Marco was just dancing? I walked to the window. She stood under the street lamp, coat pulled tight, mascara streaking her cheeks. For a second, the sight cracked something in me, until I remembered the smirk. I opened the door but blocked the threshold. "Say it fast." She swallowed, voice trembling. "I was drunk. Stupid. Marco bought shots and the music. I don't know, Javi. I got lost in the nostalgia. But I saw you and..." Her breath hitched. "I hated myself the second you looked at me like that." "Like what?" I asked, deadly quiet. "Like I was a stranger." She stepped closer. I didn't budge. "I'm not asking you to forgive me tonight. I just need you to know it wasn't about us. It was about me being an idiot who forgot what she had." The hallway light flickered. I studied her face. The tiny scar above her eyebrow from when we tried skateboarding drunk in college, the way her lower lip quivered when she lied. She wasn't lying now. But truth didn't erase the image burned into my retinas. Her body moving against his like muscle memory. "You smirked," I said. The words scraped my throat raw. "You saw me watching and you smirked." Her shoulders caved. "I don't know why I did that. God, Javi, I wish I could take it back. I wish I'd run to you instead." I laughed, a sound that scared even me. "You want me to believe the smirk was an accident? That you didn't feel powerful, knowing you could gut me and walk away?" She had no answer. Silence stretched between us, thick as the club's smoke. Somewhere downstairs a car alarm wailed. "I need time," I said finally. "Pack a bag. Stay with your sister. Javi. Go." She hesitated, then reached for my hand. I pulled away like her touch burned. The door shut with a soft click that sounded final. Through the peephole, I watched her stand there a long time, forehead pressed to the wood. Before her shoulders shook with sobs I refused to soothe. Inside, I sank to the floor back against the door. The apartment was too quiet without her humming in the kitchen, without the clatter of her bangles. I opened my phone to the wedding album, her in that white dress, eyes shining like she'd won the lottery. I swiped to the last photo. Us cutting the cake, my arm around her waist, both of us grinning like nothing could touch us. I deleted the album. One by one the pictures vanished, our first anniversary, the trip to Lisbon, the silly selfies in bed. When the gallery was empty, I opened a new note and typed a single line. Trust is a bone. Once it snaps, the fracture never quite heals straight. I saved it, locked the phone, and stared at the ceiling until dawn bled through the blinds. Somewhere across the city, Elena was probably crying into her sister's shoulder. Somewhere else, Marco was probably bragging to his friends. And here I was, learning that love could survive arguments, distance, even resentment, but not betrayal, wearing a smirk. The pain wasn't a wave. It was a splinter lodged deep, promising to ache every time I moved. I closed my eyes and saw her on that dance floor, hips swaying, eyes locked on mine. The image would haunt me for years. But the smirk, that cruel, fleeting twist of her lips, was the moment I lost her. And maybe in the wreckage I'd finally find myself.